you're damn right, it's that time again. Welcome to Amnesia Analyses, the series that looks at both sides of the coin. Now, before we begin today's episode, I want to get one thing off my chest, and it involves the music in the intro. Originally I had the 1974-1980 Doctor Who theme, which would have fit the Tom Baker-like intro. But, I got a copyright claim for it. Now I know that strikes are worse than claims, but the thing is that the video will still be up, but I don't get the money for it. The money goes to the original owners. Also, ads might appear for other users. So yeah, that's why the intro is the same, but the music is different. I might include the Doctor Who track in the future, but I am nervous about getting a strike. But anyways, today we are talking about the origin of the True Love Never Dies Amnesia story, so let's get to it. So here's a little context of how TLND became to be. When coming up for an idea for the Season 1 finale, Danny Methlin met a guy by the name of Matthew Robertson, and he was an established fan-fiction writer for the Mario series, mainly using the characters Toad and Toadette in his stories, which the status of the relationship was confirmed by Koichi Harashida, producer on Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, in an interview with GameSpot. He said this is maybe a little bit of a strange story, but we never really went out of our way to decide on the sex of these characters, even though they have somewhat gendered appearances. Harashida continued by saying, "But I think what I can say is that Toadette and Toad are not siblings. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say they're adventure pals. And that's certainly true here." It is referring to the events in Captain Toad. Additionally, in Mario Party 6, the duos are described as shrekmates, an obvious play on the word roommate. So, it was pretty much obvious when Matt wrote his story series Toad and Toadette, Epic Adventures, that this was more than a friendship. It was true love, which inspired the title for the art True Love Never Dies. His first Toad and Toadette, Epic Adventures story was called The Statement, and it was released on January 1st, 2010, a month and 15 days before the premiere of MMC. For context, MMC's first episode, The Dark Beginning, premiered on February 16, 2010. Now, Matt also wrote a similar story, but replacing the Mario characters with the MMC ones, thus leading to the creation of True Statements, the first True Love Never Dies arc. Now in 2014, he released a trailer for the third part of the Toad and Toadette, Epic Adventures series called The Storm. Around the time of the final episode of Trials of Tribulation, the second True Love Never Dies arc, based on his 2012 story called The Trial, which also came from the Toad and Toadette, Epic Adventures series, and in 2019, and in the 10th anniversary season, the third part of the TLND series, The Perfect Storm, released. Why am I bringing all of this up, since this series is all about the Amnesia series? It's because the events at the end of The Perfect Storm led straight into Amnesia, and I'm gonna tell you that best I can what happened. Now I know that the events might sound made up, but fanfiction.net user Matt1251 never released the storm, and besides, the whole MMC 2010 TV series is fake, and it never happened. But the art I did for it is what makes it look real. Plus my videos are my own creations. So yeah, that's why the MMC series wasn't a real series in 2010. Anyways, back to actual matters. So the premise of The Perfect Storm goes like this. On a sunny June day, me and Cheyenne were attending our graduation from OCC, but before the events were set to take place, I got a call from Rose McFarland, saying that a major storm will be happening today. I thought it was just gonna be heavy rain and a thunderstorm, but I was proven wrong when the SRC arena started shaking after the graduation ceremony was completed. Me and Cheyenne checked what was causing this, and it turned out, the two surviving elemental Dark Men from the Season 8 episode, Braving the Elements, Dark Man Water and Dark Man Electric, were merged to form Dark Man Storm. Part 4 is the battle between the two hunters and the Dark Men, but Cheyenne wasn't there for the finale, because she got hurt. So it left me to battle the Dark Men. That was until Jared Hargis arrived to help at a cliff, and the both of us was able to defeat the Dark Men, leading us into the intro of Amnesia. After the Dark Men's defeat, Brandon thanks Jared for his help, but requests him to return with Brandon to MHS to discuss the damage the Black Dragon plant caused on the city prior to the Perfect Storm. Jared refuses, saying I agreed to help defeat the Dark Men, not turn myself into the Maverick Hunter Society. The Black Dragon will live on. Brandon then states the Black Dragon died with Kano, and he's the only one left. Then, without hesitation, Jared lunges at Brandon, who dodges, making him plummet into the cliff. Brandon calls Austin on his walkie-talkie, until Jared comes back up and pulls Brandon's leg, making him fall down the cliff. Austin calls Brandon to see if he's alright, but with no response. Jarek crushes Brandon's walkie-talkie under his foot before laughing, but just as Jarek starts walking away, Austin teleports down in front of him. He grabs Jarek's throat and hangs him over the cliff. Jarek begs and pleads for Austin to have mercy on him, but to no avail as Austin lets go to send Jarek down the cliff. But before he reaches the spiky bottom, time freezes as a black crack causes a dark hand to emerge and the hand pulls Jarek into the hole as time resumes. Austin starts to walk away before Brandon yells for his help. Austin pulls Brandon up and they wonder if that black hole could mean trouble in the future. They walk back to Maverick Hunter City, as we then see Jarek in the black void. He then encounters an entity, and this entity then possesses Jarek as we cut to black with him screaming, thus starting the beginning of the end. Well, that's it for this episode. Join us next time where we compare both Eva and Jarek and discuss the differences between the characters. See you guys later.